It began in silence. Not the kind of silence you hear, but the kind that wraps around your skull and pulses with encoded light. Deep beneath Saturn's repurposed ice rings, a boy named Tony sat alone in the quantum compute vault. Sweat glistened across his brow, but his eyes didn't blink. He was already inside. The game wasn't on a console. The game was the console. And this was no ordinary login. He slid the final key into the server slot. A single line blinked to life on the retinal HUD. Initiate Quantum Messiah Directive, YN. Tony, determined, said Y. Player 1 confirmed. Player 2, unregistered signature, syncing alternate identity. The mechanical voice sounded. Tony's stomach turned. The screen trembled. For a moment, he wasn't sure if it was the server or his soul. Somewhere in the mirrored dimension of the game route, another figure stood, identical face, different energy. Alt Tony. Or maybe Say Tony A. Hard to tell anymore. You're late. The Messiah protocol's already in play. You're just here to clean up my echo, Alt Tony said assertively. No one calls me late. I started this story, Tony replied defiantly. Then you should have finished it, challenged Alt Tony. Behind them, the walls shifted. Not brick, not code, memory. Ancient light projected from quantum scrolls. Tony could see his childhood refracted like glass shards across the atrium of data. He stepped forward, brushing fingers along a projection of his mother praying, only for it to flicker into an alternate version, her praying to someone else. This isn't just code anymore. It's the record, Tony said in awe. A beat. The altar ahead glowed blue. The Messiah key was ready. The altar split open, revealing the first prime terminal of the early Messiah timeline. On it, etched in mirrored flame, the words, "This Messiah will not die for sin. He will erase it from history." That's not how the prophecy ends, Tony remarked, shocked. It is now, Say, Tony A. said confidently. The chamber flickered. Tony saw himself, walking in, whispering the same line he had just whispered. I'm not the first Tony in here. I'm just the last one who doesn't remember how this ends, Tony realized. Meanwhile, on the outside, the podcast trailer launched, Arc of the Early Messiah, a not-as droll podcast production, presented by the Directive Media House and the Quantum Light Bands Consortium. Starring Say Tony A., Vanessa the Pistachio, and blah. Before the code was written, before the prophecy was cracked, two identities entered the quantum arc. One remembered the truth, one altered the memory, and both were Tony. Satoshi Nakamoto spoke with foreboding. A loud system warning echoed across the arc server.
Arc of the Early Messiah, by Natastrol. Read free on Amazon now.
This echo wasn't random. It chose you. So if you felt it deep in the folds of time or somewhere behind your eyes, then you know what to do. Like, subscribe, illuminate the covenant, because Messiah doesn't return in silence. He arrives in quantum harmonics, in the first light, in you. I'm Satoshi Nakamoto, ex-Time Lord, time traveler in exile, and keeper of the spiraling clam key. Until we align again, stay luminous.